Treehouse started 27 years ago by a teacher in the Robbinsdale School District who just saw a lot of the pain that his students were living with every day.
I don't have support from my family, so I just kind of needed love, I needed support. I struggle with cutting, and it's a huge part of my life, and it's just like I needed Treehouse to tell me that I am lovable and I am capable and I'm worthwhile, because you don't know that. If you're not told that, you don't know that.
So it isn't just God with his hand on her at all times. She knows that we're there too, with him.
And that they tell us that you're not alone, and which we're not, and we're loved without strings, which means you're loved unconditionally. And I needed that because I struggle with alcohol, and it's hard for me to express myself without cutting. I've been doing it since I was 10, and so when I come into Treehouse and there's people that tell me that I am loved and that I matter and that my life is valuable and that it's worth something, it makes a whole difference in my life. Like, Treehouse is my refuge. It's where I run when I'm not safe for myself. And so every kid needs a Treehouse, because without a Treehouse, so many other people would not have the support. They would be doing drugs or having babies or other crazy random things. But it's just like, Treehouse needs to be everywhere, because people like me are all over.
Treehouse doesn't receive, many government dollars. We don't charge the kids who come. We even provide them with free transportation, because a Treehouse kid typically doesn't have a soccer mom who's driving them around at night. Treehouse isn't something that parents come and sign their kids up for. It's something that God leads them to and friends bring them to. And so all of the money that it takes to run Treehouse comes from amazing individuals, corporations, foundations, and some of our events.
The pulling factor for me was that people actually care, and actually when they say, "How are you doing?" they mean, "How are you doing?" Not, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" Like you get at the drive-through menu,
When God brings a Treehouse into the walls of a church, it's an amazing transformation of that congregation. I have seen individuals who were never really active in their congregation now see a way for them to get involved and to make a difference in the lives of real people in God's world, God's children.
Meeting all these people, adults, the staff, and the kids, the relationships for me put me in a place where I can meet people that are struggling too and that know what I'm going through. And it's not like we pull each other down, it's we pick each other up when we can't do it ourselves. And if Treehouse was not in my life, I would be dead. I can assure you. I would not be alive. I would not have lived to see 17, maybe not even 16. If I wasn't dead, I would probably be using drugs. I would probably be a steady alcoholic, because alcohol is a strong pull in my life. The biggest thing for me that Treehouse taught me was that God's there to care for you and be your best friend and to pick you up when you can't pick yourself up. And that God's always there, even when we feel a million miles away. And I know my staff mom, Lisa, always tells me that God's always there, even when everybody else is not. And that I've learned that God loves you whether you're laying on the floor crying or when you're jumping for joy having the best day of your life. That God's there and God loves you all the time. Because that's a really hard thing for me, just to see my scars and to be like, well, I can't change that because they're permanent, but he just really drilled into me. He was like, you're already forgiven. It's not something that you have to beg for. You're already forgiven. It's already taken care of. So that was a huge thing for me.